Ooh, evening all. How are we doing? Excuse me there. You know how it goes. Much biscuit and not enough time to munch it in. Which dinner, well, sort of having a handful of biscuits quite counts as dessert, but, you know, close enough. How are we all doing anyway? Hope everybody's had a good weekend. I've had a pretty good one. You know, I think I played more Fallout this weekend than I probably have in the preceding month. Maybe not quite, but, you know. Played quite a lot. So that's been good. And I played a few other bits and pieces as well. I've had one eye on the tennis all weekend, which I've currently got down here, which is what I'm celebrating on my phone. One of our players is doing pretty well at the moment. It was just a matter of time. Love to see it. Yeah. Ready to play some Avowed. Head back out into Shatterscarp. And amongst many other things, I'm particularly looking forward to the fact that it's quite well illuminated in Shatterscarp, unlike Emerald Stair, so I don't need to have the lights off at the back. I can actually see the game. And have lights. Which is probably better for my eyes in the grand scheme. Yeah, that's cool. Alright, Captain, right. Let's get this out of the way and get rolling, shall we? When I can... There it is. Find the button. Nice, nice, nice. Well, based on how long it takes this game to boot up, there's a very, very good chance I'll let you see the end of this. Well, score-wise, see the end of this match. Can't actually watch the tennis because it's currently on Sky and it's inordinately, unreasonably, extortionately bloody expensive to watch it. But I can at least see the scores going round on Google, can't I? How are you doing, mate? You right? Yeah, I'm going to do a video tomorrow, I think, on my currently in progress build. Oh, actually, wasn't that bad. Yeah, my current build for my character in Fallout, as it's a monster, to be honest. Just running around with a plasma caster with a sword skin on it and just whoop, 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 one-tapping mutants and everything left, right and centre and just sort of blowing off heads with it. It's ridiculous. It's good fun. Although I fear, as that is my low damage build, that it could get quite dull because it's absurdly overpowered. Anyway, today, instead of hitting things with a sword, we are going to shoot things with a pistol and cast spells. In Shatterscarp, as we headed over to this new region, as we're looking for a way to the garden, this mysterious location where the ancient god of the Ikeda, the lost people of the living lands, is apparently imprisoned. Sapadal, and apparently our patron, so yeah. Should be good.
Could you possibly chew any louder?
I'll give you a go.
If you say please. Nimdude, you'll have every dream thrall in the Scarp after us.
At least he's not as loud as the Envoy, gulping down potion after potion.
It takes a real talent to gulp them all at once.
Well, just
damn, then I feel cool out.
Myself think.
Definitely feel called out after that. Right. So we've got a couple of bits and pieces to do. We've got Home Sweet Home, which is return with news. So best check. Well, I've got some documents I'll get rid of, and then I've got slightly fewer. Ooh, treasure map. Oh, we already did that, didn't we? I don't remember picking up a treasure map. There's a lot of lore in this game. What else have I got? Stuff that I'm not bothered about. Alright, so we were going to look at now quests, Shatterscarp, Home Sweet Home. Right. That involves heading to third one to turn that in. I thought as much. Fires in the mine is nearby. It's going to be a challenge, but we should be able to do it. I might level up some of my gear while I'm here, and then hopefully it won't be too horrific. Maybe not. We'll see. And then we've got to look for I's side quest. And yeah, that's the major stuff. And the main quest involves making our way to Thirdborn. So we'll be going there before long, but I think we might as well. Let's yeah, let's level things a little bit. Where's my... There it is.
Starving. Serves me right for not...
So I'm going to need Admith's Wit, which, because this is weird, I actually have to have the raw ingredients in my inventory, I think, to craft. As opposed to crafting out the stats, which can do with other things. Haley's Talon, and to craft that I would need a Paradise ladder if I was.
Cheese.
So, got a lot of Haley's Talon, not a lot of Paradise ladder.
Where did you get cheese?
Right. I'm going to need petrified wood branches as well, aren't I? From which I'll need hardwood branches from softwood branches.
It's bad. It's full of snacks.
Hardwood branches and softwood branches. I've got lots of all of these.
I figured he would miss a little cheat.
Why do I get the feeling he's going to get caught? Right, so I'm going to go with making first a bunch of that. Well, one of those. And then we're going to craft... let's see. How much do I need for these? Two. Wait, that's already there. 2, so 6. Should probably be enough for now. Yeah. Okay, so I've got enough petrified wood. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. And I've got enough leather, so actually I'm not going to worry about any of this right now. Just make sure it's just the right amount. Yeah, okay. There's that little bump. That little bump. That little bump. Cool.
I won't tell if you don't.
Right. Hopefully that should mean we're a little bit better. Better equipped to face the challenge now. Let's have a look, see what it says. No, it says I'm the right level. Cool. Let's have a nap then. We'll get cracking. Glad you did my wine. So, we need to head in here. What's the gist of it? Thirdborn and Adyr collaborating reopen an abandoned sulfur mine. Efforts are stymied by spiders. Okay.
It will be better for all of us if we fix the lift.
I don't like being stuck out here. I don't know when the dream thralls are going to attack.
Fair point. You are a little bit vulnerable here. There's something rocking a hard place. I guess we've got to go up the cliff edge here then. Match point. That looks... I'm not going to go as far as to say that looks promising, but it looks possible. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we go run around and approach from the top. I mean, I can't see what else to do. Maybe go that way, but... Yep, there we go. Chicken dinner. Interesting looking ruin on the top there. Well, it's clearly not this way. Get up past there. Then shall be our approach. And that way, maybe? Push on out, see what happens. Desert beetle, huh?
Fighter on my side.
So where we start.
Left leg.
Now, back off and on. Cheeky git. See, handle an ice storm, hey? Oh, well, no, it's going to be a lightning storm because apparently I pressed the wrong button, but anyway. There we go. Well, I don't think I'll go so far as to say smooth, but successful. Evening, Noel. How are we doing? Well, water coming over there for a desert. And going nowhere, apparently, because clearly it should be flowing out this way. Given the amount of water that's coming over that waterfall, this would fill up and flow over. Not to be pedantic or anything, but it's not absolutely perfect. Yeah, I'll sit around this if there's a way up. Looks like there might be a way up the cliff here. Pretty flowers.
You take lead.
Stinging wasps! You tear it all off.
Not bad, Envoy.
Yeah, I thought it was alright.
Okay.
Waterlog General. I am Toka Harunta, a practitioner of healing who dedicated his study and his life to the wheel of his kith. If you are reading this, I fear my efforts to wash away the accursed affliction beneath the churning waters will have failed. I only pray that I am forgiven for any harm I have caused. So he was a doctor, he got afflicted with the Dreamscourge and tried to use the waterfall to purify himself. Interesting idea. Look at an old mining town, like something out of either Red Dead or possibly Mask of Zorro. Thirdborn is up there, isn't it? Lots of interesting looking stuff out here. Yeah, looks like we're going to be going around.
Who are you? What do you want?
Huh. Interesting, a deserter.
We don't have to know each other.
We don't? What are you doing out here? What are you even talking about? You're going to get yourself killed out here. We don't? What are you doing out here?
I don't owe you any answers. Go away. Some of us are trying not to be found. Some of us just... Fuck. Fuck! I should have been there for him.
You were a soldier, weren't you?
I was, once. Have to get rid of these clothes.
Yeah, they look a bit
I'll be
heavy.
fine as soon as I... Gods, what am I gonna do?
Board the first ship you find, don't look back, run fast, hope they don't catch up to you. Can I help at all? Can I help you?
No, no, no. Nobody can help. I got myself into this mess. It's my fault, all of it. Can't go back to third board. Can't go through Eagle's Reach. This place is just fucked. It's all fucked.
He's on his own. Nothing we can do for him.
You're trying to make a mockery of me, aren't you? Get lost.
Something like that, yeah. So I'm guessing this will be the way, but I don't know. Go and have a look anyway, since it's a way. Not a bad view, that, is it? It's a way to a dead end with a goat. A spot of shade wouldn't go amiss. And that looks cool.
Watch out!
Oh, I used to love stargazing up here. Camp on one of these buttes, and you've got a defensible position.
Okay. It's probably not a wise move. I'm going to go for that guy.
Beat them to the earth! Treacherous weed!
Oh, that one is already dead. He did.
In the brush. Swarm! Devour!
See you sworn now.
Turn around.
Ooh. Time to burn. Gotcha. Whew. That was a lot more sort of fight than I was expecting for a minute there. Looked like 3 dudes. It ended up being like 5 dudes and a bear. It's cool. That's very, very cool. Yeah. Lots of interesting things to be spotted from over here, from the look of it. That looks interesting, for starters. Find the right button eventually. Something frightfully phallic about that rock. XP thing is stuck. Yep, there's an awfully large amount of water going over that waterfall, considering it's ending up against a small puddle and not actually going anywhere.
I'm sorry, but those are our options if you want to reopen the mines.
There is no if. We must reopen them. But if you think we're about to let Adyr go and take our...
We've no designs upon them. Again, I only want the mines running for Thirdborn.
I don't really believe that guy. To be honest, I think he's probably up to no good. Something about his voice makes me suspicious.
Such, but I'm the best we have. I'm not a medic as such, but
I recognise that guy's voice.
best we have.
Carter.
Ah, you must be the Envoy. I hoped you might stop by. Welcome to the mines.
I see the sands didn't swallow you whole. And Kai. It's hard to see you stomping around with the Adyrans after the news I heard from Fior.
That was the Steel Garrote. Besides, we're all on the same side against the Dream Thralls.
We've been discussing how best to reopen these sulfur mines. Sulfur's a key ingredient in gunpowder, which is crucial for Thirdborn's defense.
Oh, nice. Tell me about the initiative, what you're trying to do. Glad we're making allies instead of enemies. You want to help a bunch of Raratel ex-soldiers and mercenaries stockpile gunpowder. Glad we're making alliances instead of enemies.
Oh, my sentiments exactly.
Kind words are worth nothing. We need the sulfur for our weapons, Xion.
I agree. You need to be able to fight the Dream Thralls on your own terms. But if you won't allow reinforcements to come and clear the spiders from the mines,
Evening,
it
Gray.
won't happen.
Don't need details. Tell me how I can help. Spiders, what happened? Chased up by spiders. So much for the vaunted bravery of Thirdborn. What happened?
An ambush. As the team mapped the mine, they opened a sealed passage. The spiders poured out.
Many of our soldiers died fighting so Thirdborn's miners could escape. But we are determined to not let it end in tragedy. If you'd be willing, Envoy, you may even be the face of our triumph.
If it helps anyone fight Dream Thralls, harming Thirdborn seems like a bad idea. It's fine as long as we stay on the good side. If we then turn around and try and fight them, then we will regret doing it. But, you know, we'd deserve it at that point. So, tell me what you need. Else for... Tell me what you need.
If you destroyed the spiders' nests, it'd be a tremendous boon to us all. Isn't that right, Carter?
Don't presume to speak for me.
The mine's entrance is just down the path. Speak to Darla, the guard at the gate. He'll let you in.
I think I'd rather spend some more time chatting to Carter, actually. She's, an interesting looking lady. Somebody I wouldn't complain about getting to know better. Ancient lake bed.
There's gotta be a way to turn this thing on. Let's look around.
Ahem. If in doubt, shoot it till it works.
There we go. We can at last. Told you there's nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about. There's a scourge out there.
Well, you can stay there if you want, guys. I'm not waiting on you. Not any longer than that. How did you fix it? I shot it. Well, this is probably a dead end. So let's just go and have a quick look at this. Yep. More literally than I expected. Somebody dead with lockpicks. Manifest is as tedious as such things get, comprised of columns that outline mine's output and costs involved in operation, as well as rows that track the passage of time. As of recently, mines have recorded no output and operational costs decreased sharply several days ago. Handwritten note between pages reads, see that Shatterscarp's mines are in working order again as soon as possible. The initial output numbers indicate more than enough resources to supply us. Combined efforts of Adyran and Thirdborn will be pivotal in fighting the Dream Thralls. Can't do it alone, we need a strong ally in the fight. Well, it seems broadly genuine. Seems. Yeah, I had a pretty good one, Gray. Don't know about you.
Let us down out there.
Spent a lot of time playing Fallout. The other bits and pieces as well, but mostly that.
Our Thirdborn counterparts aren't keen on us after fuel. But don't let it get you down.
Work a little harder to earn their trust, won't we? Keep reiterating that Steel Garrot is a rogue organisation. I think might be a good way of putting it. There's nothing in there after all that. Seems like a solid weekend to me. Most of your time playing Assassin's Creed, fair enough. Take it from that you're enjoying the game. It's a bit dingy, but...
I saw you talking with our overseers.
Good.
I'm guessing they sent you over to clean out the mines then? Take care of Thirdborn's mess?
That's right. I was in there. Not very keen on this partnership, are you?
I wasn't keen before the spiders ate everyone, and I'm certainly not keen after. Do you know what they did? While our engineers inspected the place, their miners just went and opened a sealed path. And before we knew it, fucking skitter. Dreamscourged spiders. Twice the size of you and me. Thirdborn ran out.
Lovely.
Most of theirs survived. Our people died fighting.
Don't think much of Thirdborn, do you? Tragic way to save lives. Yeah, just sort of... I mean, that's true, but it also kind of implies that we should have just left the Thirdborns to die, which I'm not a fan of either. There's no good outcome here. I don't think much of a Thirdborn, do you?
Does it matter what I think?
Not really. Edgy best put elsewhere? No, matters to me. Never mind, set the gate, we'll be on our way.
Alright. You be careful in there, Envoy. These are dark times. We don't need more good Adyrans lost for nothing.
Not lost for nothing, though. Lost for the lives of the Thirdborners. Second, just quickly reply to this message. Quite the way I was expecting. Okay, that works. Right, onward. Whack some spiders. We're playing at 76 as well. Nice. Blueprinting camps is always an uphill battle.
Right behind you.
Nice.
Kai, weapons ready.
All fired, but I didn't hear any sound effect. It was very weird when something like that happens. Does indeed look like the Dreamscourge has gotten in here. I've managed to get a tiny cut courtesy of the cat over the weekend. I think it's on the palm of my hand and it's just rubbing a little bit on the desk, which hasn't been an issue before. Explosive spit, apparently. I ended up pursuing a plasma cutter build, and as a result, my plasma cutter is absolutely ruining things. Ridiculously overpowered. So it's up there. We'll get around, I think. People have been placing the nukes different. Can't say I noticed. So I haven't really done a lot of that, but I've run around a few camps and done a few other bits and pieces, but... Guessing I need to get the electricity back on.
I'd rather take my chances with the maelstrom than a mine. Let's be quick. Just like the other.
It's not quite what I wanted. You're not coming up this way then, are you?
Take worth and rock! Throw up 10!
Will you stop it? I'm trying to cast, you feckers. Okay, now I'm just fucking angry.
Dodge this!
I do like Gietta, she's great. Another blind fire going on there. Oh, hello.
Take worth and rock! Throw up 10!
Hi, you want to maybe get involved in with this, or you gonna stick around somewhere else with your thumb up your butthole? I'm getting the vibe that you're going for option number 2 there. Say no pun intended, but hey, if it works.
Should have known there'd be spiders.
Well, they did say there will be spiders when we came down here, so I'm going to go with a yes, you probably should. Right. Let's get some essence regen on the go. And some health regen on the go as well. Interesting. You'd have thought that would have set fire to the wet, but apparently not. Honestly, I'm not quite sure what this is trying to tell me here. Well, I am officially none the wiser. Pretty sure I'm supposed to be destroying this somehow. No. It's not hitting as hard as I'd like. It's hitting hard enough. And that probably finished the job, I'm going to be honest. It did drop quite a long way. It's later on, is it? Okay, fair enough. That's the kind of backseating I can live with. You're going to be there all day and it's not right now anyway. And you would have probably been asking before too much longer. Bloody spiders. What blade did I go for? Cryo. Not that it really matters. I'm one-shotting everything, so slowing things down is really not really much of a consideration, is it, at that point? Surprise! I also want to know if I can get up there and whether or not it's worth it. Also have the independent sword skin on there, which is kind of fun. Oh my god, I made it! I don't know how, and I don't think I gained anything from doing so, but I made it. Polished wood door. Yeah, not a lot of creatures have cryo resistance. This is true. And yeah, freezing things that survive your first couple of hits is never a bad effect to have on your side. It sucks when the enemies have got it, but when you're the one using it, it's pretty good.
Here it comes.
But yeah, as I say, I'm doing so much bloody damage with it that it's kind of academic, really.
Take your best shot.
Couldn't have done it better.
Freeze and pop. Crapsicles. Got a spell off that time. Still can't see what I'm aiming at, but finish the job.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
Something like that. Yeah, I think to be honest, even for most things, it's overpowered, really, Gray. I've got things set up not to be like absolute min-maxy or anything, but I've still got enough action points and glow and things going on that I can just basically swing power attacker as often as I want to, pretty much, and take out almost anything. Like, the only thing that doesn't get one shot is a Scorch Beast or things that are bigger than that. Everything else, up to and including super mutants. I mean, I imagine behemoths, maybe not, but all the other super mutants, it's just literally one on the noggin and down they go. Good for me, not so good for them.
Remind me not to spook you.
Let's finish this.
Tear it apart! Mirror the eyes!
I'm down before I know what's going on.
Watch your right! Dodge this!
Heals that keep on coming. It's the Queen, huh? Well, finish up with a nice little stun there. I didn't really mean to, but hey. Stun finisher, rather. You know, you take the W where you can get it, right? Alarok skin. Ooh, superb upgrade material. This will run into a Balrog at some point, but we've heard about them over and over, but I've never seen one yet. Nice. Have I gone against any Myelect Kings or Bladed ones? Myelect Kings, no, I don't think so. Not even sure what you're referring to with the bloated ones. So I'm guessing not, but I'm not sure what you mean by that. I can clear the whole of Westtech in basically no time at all, and it's ridiculously easy. Straight through, one shot everything. Aren't the enemies one would normally like to face the menu up? No, that's true. Yeah, I'm still drawing a blank there, to be honest, guy. Huh. That's large. Magran's Force gloves. Ah, interesting. Interested to see what those are. Fire damage, but reduced stamina cost while blocking. They look badass. I think I'm going to use them. No, I don't do a lot of blocking and I don't use a lot of fire damage, but they do look sick.
Seems to be missing a power source. Let's have a look around.
There's a shortcut up here if I had known about it. Don't know that I'm too concerned about the fact that it's there though. Yep, I thought we were going down, although where, I'm not sure. Here. Okay. Still none the wiser on how to destroy that thing, or where the other nest is. I'm guessing it might involve going all the way down there, but I don't like the look of it. Not. In there. In there, been there. I must be missing something, but I'm not sure what. Holy crap, that's going a bit differently. I don't know, man. It's not down there. This is where I came in. Did I get any key for Atomfall? I did not know. The usual way I go for things like that. Doesn't seem to have any at the current juncture. Keeping an eye out for it, but yeah, they don't seem to be giving any out, apart from to a very small number of people. Which to a certain extent, given that Rebellion is a bit smaller of a developer, I do kind of understand. Even if they are part of Microsoft in general. I didn't get a key for this though. So it is what it is. There's a door there. A bunch of weapons stashed up. It's fine, mate. I'm not going to go for the special edition early access thing either, I don't think. I'll just wait until Thursday and we'll jump into Atomfall then. Which is fine by me. But it'll be out on Game Pass on Thursday, so I can play it on there. Ooh, excuse me. I mean, I would like to buy the whole thing, but my sorry ass is broke right now. An older Pargroon mine is usually closed and abandoned for a good reason. Those shiny outlanders from Adyr, none of whom have ever stepped their delicate little boots in the dust of a mine, won't listen. I'm just an old miner and the son of an old miner after all. Ratuska's a good one, and she won't feel we can use whatever sulphur's left here against the plague monsters, but I can tell her heart's eye in it. She's here to keep an eye on the Adyr and make sure they don't get any ideas. There are all kinds of things in this ancient pit that give me the creeps. That rises and winds dug into crosscuts that make absolutely no sense. Random old holes headed in odd directions with no plan at all. Maybe the Pargroonen had a different way of running a mine back then, but I don't think any dwarf would dig this way, or any other kith for that matter, unless it wasn't kith digging all these crazy holes. Now it sounds like one of Par's old yarns. Better get back to it. Yeah. Then that looks useful. Ooh, nearly blew myself up.
Oh, good. That's how many eggs?
Hmm. See any hints? Oh, bucket, I can't figure out what the fuck's going on here. No, can't get up there! I don't need legs, right? Legs are overrated. So I've got to destroy those nests, but I have no evidence of... Well, there's one nest. I can't find the other nest. Although Kai's shouting about it would suggest it was in here, but... That guy. And there's that, but... I know. Part of me thinks I should feel bad for blowing him up a bit like that, but he could also have moved out of the way, so... A significant part of it is definitely on him. Excuse me. Nope. There's one. Okay, that was it. You're deeply confused at this point. What the hell was that big old purple thing that I couldn't break? Up there.
Thank Wodaka you're back.
No,
We haven't
don't.
much time.
She's a psychotic
He's going to
bitch.
destroy the mine. Gods only know who filled his head with that idea. Let me guess. You're with the Steel Garrote. We stopped you in Fiora Missivernal, and we'll stop you now.
The Steel Garrote. I wish I served beneath their banner, but I suppose that doesn't matter now. Envoy, I need you to listen. We have one chance to avert war with Thirdborn, and it's by blowing up the mine right now.
You nuts? No, explain yourself.
If we arm Thirdborn, we arm them against Adyr.
And we have no right to be here anyway. They have at least some more right, given they're not trying to lord over anybody else. And also, if we don't pick a fight with them, they're not going to pick a fight with us. What are you talking about? Fair enough. The numbers are against them, yeah.
They may not win, but they could make it hurt. And we can avoid all that if we blow up the mine. We're opening these mines so Thirdborn can mine sulfur, right? So they can have ammunition for the Dream Thralls. I mean, what help did Thirdborn offer when Shadclef burned down?
Where?
What about the scouts who went missing in the Shark's Teeth?
Where?
They'll strike at us as soon as they have an opening. Half these people served in the Rowatine Imperial Navy, and the other half were pirates. It's only a matter of time before they turn their cannons on us.
Anger swathed in fire, teeth at the throat. Who bit first?
Yeah.
Envoy, this man is an idiot.
What did you say?
But he's close enough to being right about one thing. These mines are about the only desirable territory in Shatterscarp. If they stay open, it's only a matter of time before the sulfur in them gets used against something other than Dream Thralls. And my people are no better than yours on that account. Destroy the mines, so that none of us get any bright ideas.
Well, there you have it. Even he agrees.
Interesting point. Way to prevent an escalation. Here's the thing. Yeah, that was rather blunt. He does have a point, and Kai knows the people in Thirdborn better than I do. It would stop them attacking Adyr. I don't think they'd do that anyway, unless they felt they had to. The other thing is, what about, where does the Steel Garrote factor into that? If we destroy the mines and the Steel Garrote attacks Thirdborn, they won't be able to defend themselves against the Steel Garrote so well, and I'm particularly keen to make sure that they are unsuccessful. Thirdborn might turn on Adyr, or the wider Adyran Empire, but it's most likely only going to happen if Adyr brings it on itself. Like, going looking for a fight with Adyr is not really what any of them are here for. The whole kind of Thirdborn culture is getting away from the rules, restrictions, and lives of the rest of the wider world. So I don't really see that being a thing unless it has to be. And we can kind of work on setting it up so that it's a, excuse me, crikey, friendly relationship rather than an unfriendly one. I'm not prepared to destroy it. I'd rather, like, theoretically, I should be like, yeah, it protects Adyr more to prevent the mine from being open, but all in all, I do think it's probably better. I mean, I like the idea that nobody has the weapons, but ultimately, the Steel Garrote does have weapons, and they are almost certainly coming, so I think Thirdborn is better equipped to defend themselves. That seems to be a good thing to my mind. Unless, of course, they still take over the mine and become more powerful themselves, which is... yeah.
But we can't afford the risk.
So say.
Please, Envoy. There's no time. I need to work quickly before they notice I'm gone.
Do it your master, making a mistake, attack. I'm going to go with no, because I don't think it's the play. Could be wrong, but I don't think it is.
My mind is as pure as fire.
Yeah, and you're getting a little bit mad.
Fine. I'll do what I must.
We've got...
Your armor's too weak here. You okay?
Silmes mito.
Next one's mine.
No, he didn't really leave me with a lot of options, did he? I wouldn't say it was particularly glorious, Kai. I think I did the right thing, but I can't be sure. But yeah, ultimately, I think they'll probably, if I blow it up, then they'll see it for what it is and attempt to keep Thirdborn weak, which is not going to be the way to form a relationship with them. Yeah. Undermining their ability to defend themselves is not a way to make friends. We crossed there. I suspect it can only ever go that way. Yeah. Pretty tough for a random guard. Yeah, I don't think he was. Says he wasn't Steelgarrote, but I don't think that was probably the truth. But I think he was not just your average grunt. More like it's weird that he was a guard, really, than. Saying that, maybe he was put there specifically because he was strong, because the creatures in there, he might have a chance of holding his own for a while before it became, you know, while they summoned reinforcements or something.
Ah, Envoy.
Also, I like
Good
her.
to see you again. We wanted to,
I want answers, Envoy.
We
I
saw
want your phone
the
number.
guard,
What?
Darla, headed after you and heard some shouting. What exactly happened?
I really don't trust that guy. He tried to blow up the mine. He was a traitor. Oh, they were a traitor. We killed them. Okay. Distinctly a they, them. That's fine.
I don't know what to say.
Really, Xion? No ideas at all?
Please,
I
Carter.
like her a lot.
Know that neither I nor Wimgar had any idea. None whatsoever. Once we're done here, I shall
It doesn't
order a
hurt,
full
Gray.
review of our ranks. If we have any other rats, I shall deal with them myself.
You know, I'm inclined for once to believe you.
You've done well, Envoy. Because of you, Adia's word matches her deed. Thank you.
But speaking of red hair, she's definitely the same kind of hot as what's that wrestler called? Becky Lynch, an Irish girl with red hair. That same kind of thing going on. Yeah. I mean, the fish thing's a bit iffy though, but yeah. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Maybe you two can keep the peace.
We'll do our part.
I'll manage it from here, Envoy. Don't worry. The
That
mines
gesture
are
was a
open
bit much,
and free
really.
again, so all should be well.
Hope this doesn't come back to haunt us one day.
I think I made the right choice, probably. Maybe. Well. I can go away. Shark's Teeth, there we go. It's an area here. And it's very, very far over that way. Well, It's actually not going to be that crazy far, is it? But it's far enough. Ooh, sulfur and sundries. There's a trader here. Somewhere.
Something for everyone. Won't know unless you come look.
True that.
I've not seen you around before.
Just passing through. Envoy of Edyran. What do you do here? What do you do here?
I sell things to people who need things. It's an eclectic collection. Do you want to see my wares?
Something very weird about the way he said that as well. Ooh, exceptional axes look pretty badass. In a bearded kind of stylized with a bit of a hook thing going on. That's pretty cool. I like that, artistically speaking. Exceptional gambeson also looks pretty sweet. I don't want one, but well, I mean, I'm not going to buy one. A bunch of food, a couple of weapons. Corrupted hard draft, that would be nice to have. So rather going to clean out my money though, so I'm not going to do that right now.
Won't know unless you come look.
I'm just going to see if there's anything I want to sell and or break down, running. Ooh, just pestle. A nice two-handed hammer, I guess. Yeah, pretty badass. Grinding multiple combo gives you attack speed and damage. Nice. And has extra stun. That'll stun like a motherfucker then, that will. So Hirsch. Lots of crafting materials. Cool.
Welcome.
So this to get rid of. That's worth selling. Nice. You staying here, Piotr, or are you going to hop on the lift? Nice, thank you.
Don't mind the kith from Third. They've been dealt a bad hand.
Well, that's the way it goes sometimes. So, speaking of, down this way towards ancient Lakebed and Thirdborn, I guess is the way to go. Probably take a nap and set off in the morning, and then I'll have daylight for most of the journey, won't I? That's my theory, anyway. Nice. Ooh, that's pretty good. 2 Brits went in today. That's good.
My special cheese.
Cheese? No, not me. What about you, Kai?
Believe me, you'd know if I'd eaten it.
It was medicinal cheese for my stomach, and someone ate it.
Medicinal cheese.
Rats, maybe?
Well, someone ate it. The sooner they confess, the sooner we can move past it.
Guess we'll be here a while.
Right. I thought this might happen, which is why I took the liberty of going through Kai's pockets.
Uh-oh.
Guess what I found? Crumbs. Cheese crumbs.
That doesn't prove anything.
It's my fault, Marius. I was starving, and Kai was generous enough to share.
Marius, I'm sorry for enjoying your special cheese.
That cheese was aged 10 years in a seaside cave. Next time you're peckish, ask and I'll get you something fresher.
For what it's worth, it was delicious.
Oh, I know, Giada. I know.
A weird interaction. Medicinal cheese, yeah. That's to find it has the opposite effect. Need something medicinal if I try and eat cheese. Okay.
Marius, could I examine your soul?
Weird bloody question to ask a fella. Can I examine your soul? No. Keep your bloody mitts off my soul. I mean, as animancers go, she seems generally well, more fun and down to earth than most of them. Not that I find most of them mistrustful or anything, but you know.
Oh no. You'll use none of that spooky soul business on me.
But I promised to be gentle.
What are you even looking for?
Nothing. Anything. I'm sure I'll know when I find it.
And so will the rest of us.
Don't you trust me?
You? Sure. It's all the animancy I have trust problems with.
I'll try not to take that personally. Suit yourself. When I joined you, I thought we'd be exploring the intersection of the physical and the spiritual, not bickering over sulfur. Yet here we are. Thanks to you, Thirdborn will have all the ammunition they need to defend themselves. In theory.
Don't sound convinced. What they do with it's none of our business. You don't sound convinced.
At the end of the day, bullets are of limited use against the Dreamscourge.
Yeah, it's a
It'll take
stopgap.
more than gunpowder to wrest the living lands out of your Empire's clutches. Still, maybe a little gunpowder is better than none at all. Anyway, what do I know? I'm an animancer, not a strategist.
Like I say, I think they'll use it on the Steel Garrote, and the Steel Garrote will probably deserve it. And be quite pissed off when they find out they're better armed than they were expecting.
Ambergris, from the guts of a dead Leviathan. Why, do you like it?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I like it fine. But I think it's attracting spiteflies.
Oh, that explains the bites. Apologies, Marius. The aroma does tend to linger.
No. It's fine. I can handle a few spiteflies. Just letting you know.
I'm never wearing this again.
I'm not sure why you chose to wear it in the first place, to be honest. All right. Place your bets, place your bets. How badly is this gonna go? I'm attempting to jump from one rock to another rock with a really big drop on the other side if I overshoot. Well, okay, actually. This is really bloody cool environment, this. I like it so far. It's not the button I wanted at all. It wasn't even close to the button I wanted. It was kind of halfway across the keyboard from where I wanted to be, actually. Well, now I've got to go and investigate, haven't I? I still don't know what the big sea foam stuff is. Not really sea foam, but you know, it looks like foam. I've got to admit, though, I do feel ever so slightly like I've wandered into the Toxic Valley again. Looking at the water and the colours and stuff.
That's done. Who's hungry?
I do like the way this lady thinks. Bad guy's dead. Time for lunch. The only way she could really top it is ask her for tea and biscuits. At that point, I'd have to marry her on the spot, I think.
Got eyes on something?
I missed. Oh, knocked down. Well, a hunch, but I'm guessing they don't deal too well with being cold.
Who's counting?
A little intense for a minute there. Survivalist, huh?
Hey, stay back. This is our rock. You want a vantage point? Find something else.
Don't mean any harm. What are you doing up here, vantage point? What are you doing up here?
Staying safe? Helak said the problem with Thirdborn is it doesn't give us a clear view of all the threats. Helak hasn't steered us wrong before. He said we'll be safe as long as we're here. So we're staying until the plague ends, or until Helak tells us to leave.
I think he likes Helak. Don't think the Dreamscourge works like that. Food, water, heat. Any idea how absurd you sound? Don't think the Dreamscourge works like that.
You think? But you don't know, do you? Go away. For all I know, you're a new type of dream thrall come to lure us down. I wish Helak was here.
Who is this fella you keep talking about, anyway? Recognize this guy's voice as well.
Helak said to wait here until he gets back. He went off to look at that rock formation near the burned settlement. Helak said there could be an even more defensible position, but he hasn't returned.
Leave him a marker and get to safety.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable, but Thirdborn's been attacked before. We don't want to go back there.
Strength in numbers, at least you have walls to hide behind. It's your problem. At least you have walls.
Yeah, that's true. And we won't be there forever. We're gonna have to carry all this equipment down, but you can help yourself to whatever's in the chest.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Climbers crampons, huh? Get bloody hot in those tents, I should imagine.
Don't come any closer.
How did you get up here? You're not supposed to be here.
Well, I put my left foot in front of my right foot, and then I put my right foot in front of my left foot, and then I went back to the start and repeated. Flames crampons. Reduce fire, frost and shock damage, and parkour speed goes up. Cool, but not as good as what I have. Welcome back, Al. Take some position to defend. Yeah. Depending on the equipment the enemy have and the equipment they have. If they're a large number of enemies with bows, and they haven't got a lot of shelter from downward moving arrows, I don't know that it's exactly as good as it could be, but still. It's not the worst idea that I've ever heard of.
Not saying a word.
It disturbs us. Hurry in the brush. Storm! Devour! Try a weapon that works.
Oh, thanks, Gias. I really appreciate that. Couldn't have thought of that myself.
What's your right?
And rock! Seal mes mito. Ruby on sea.
Get some frost on these guys, pull them down a little bit. Now take out the priest first, where possible.
Couldn't have done it better.
Kind of feel like multiple shots there would be a bit more badass, but I also get why it isn't multiple shots at the same time. You ducked under my shot, damn you. Not sure who finished that one off, but I don't think it was me. I'm pretty sure I missed that shot. Somebody somewhere around here had a dream called the Dwarf's Braid. Oh, so that was a bounty, was it? I just sort of stumbled on the way into town. Nice. An exceptional bow. Nice. Ooh, unique sword. Cool. I mean, I'm not using swords, but... That's really cool. Hey, that's cool. Little things, right? Exceptional bow looks fairly ordinary. Exceptional axe does look very freaking cool, but anyway. Exceptional round shield looks pretty cool as well. Emperor's Reach. Rightful annexation. Fucking hell. Killing an enemy gives you 10% attack damage and 10% move speed. Bend the knee. Special attacks stun nearby kith and can't be chained. Yikes. It's definitely something. Rip.
Not bad for a scout.
Thanks. Somehow that feels a bit... I like it. Who got the Dreamscourge? If you find this, know that I continue to look for a safe place, or else only death will keep you from my task. For I, Hilak, made a promise to you good people.
That corpse, I assume, is Hilak. No surprises there.
No, not really. He made it about 6 inches, didn't he, before he expired? If I found that first, I probably would have been able to say something about it to them. But I did not, certainly. Cool music. Skate cliff.
A dead village. Voices. Feels like one of Giada's ghost stories.
Success. Of a sort. Adyran Cleric Flame Eaten Diary. Many pages too short to read. Final entry. In my haste to clear away the arachnids which inhabited our study, so as to make room for our changed fellows, accidentally left the well key in the laboratory. A foolish slip of the mind. An absence. I pray there's no symptom of the plague in me.
That doesn't bode well. We should find the key in the laboratory.
Yeah. Kind of understand why, but it does feel weird to me that every time I realise that characters in video games are actually hollow. Get it? Why have resources? Why waste resources on something nobody's ever going to see? But once in a while, your head does somehow pass inside a character, and then well, you do see it that way, yeah. It's not really frequent, though, is it? I suppose. Epic views in Shatterscarp. Epic tunes as well. Well, that's so I could get up here and I could hear something sparkling, but I still can't see whatever it was. Oh, there it is. Music went and touched Skyrim for a second there. Research supplies. Hammers and chisels, poison antidotes, bandages, so many bandages. Dreamscourge research needs chains, manacles, cages, pruning shears for mushroom extraction. Ooh. Aromatic herbs, vomit bucket. Specifically a vomit bucket, no other kind of bucket will do. Well, last time we got in there via the roof. This time... I don't see a hole in the roof. Research house key. Have we here? Random roast chicken lying around. Door's open now. How the fuck did I miss that shot? Somebody's healing them. Of course it does that. Get fire elementals. Any more for any more? Interesting trap. What the heck were they doing that summoned a bunch of fire blight? I mean, if any kind of blight's going to be around Shatterscarp, fire blight makes some sense, but... Laboratory keys on now by the door. Always keep it locked. Desert vermin must not be allowed inside. Not running into any of the steel garage yet. Which, on the one hand, I'm not complaining about. On the other hand, I think it's possibly them learning the lesson to hide from me better, so that I don't throw a spanner in the works for them. Looks like a sulfur-filled pool down there. I bet that stinks. Research best practices. Dust off your boots on the way inside. Subjects in delicate state can't risk contamination. Don't feed subjects by hand. If they bite, use tongs, a stick, or a shovel from a safe distance. Should you be afflicted with the Dreamscourge, let your peers know so you can join the other subjects. Don't worry about the subjects, they're dead in every way that matters. Yeah. Somehow, I don't think it's the subjects that they're worried about so much as themselves, or a little bit of both.
Contaminated samples. This is no lab.
Spindle Walker, a unique shield. History of the Deerwood, which is where the first game was set. Adyran. Key. Crystallite spiders of the lands, but on what mineral? Perhaps unique properties of. So, probably a well full of spiders then. I like the way these gloves are designed. Like that they're fingered rather than mittens, but also a bit weird at the same time.
Right.
They've been stuffing their afflicted friends down the well, haven't they? Doesn't seem good if you want to have any drinking water, but anyway.
Wonderful. Now I'm wet.
Well, full of spiders might be the most nightmarish thing you can imagine. Yeah, it's not an attractive combination.
Okay, we're definitely in a ghost story.
So colourful down here.
How'd you do that?
Floor 10! Then raw!
Oh. Okay.
We make a good squad.
Fantasy Garrus is still Garrus. It is true.
Quiet as a soul. Nice, clean kill.
Ah, better than a messy, dirty one. Aha! Don't be careful typing Fantasy Garrus into Google. There's a lot of very thirsty fan out there. I bet there is. Must have been a fun recording session for somebody. Yeah, stand here in this vocal booth and make weird monster growls into a microphone for an afternoon. You got it. The small collection notes written on spore-spotted, water-stained parchment account of progression of the Dreamscourge. Affliction begins to breathe absences, that is, moments of unawareness, not like those caused by disrupted sleep, over-inebriation, great age, and so on. Oh, know which one I'm suffering from at the minute. Then, within the span of days, progresses to hallucinatory state. In every instance, it's the same. Afflicted dreams in waking life of floral imagery. Detachment from reality is sudden, not sudden, but gradual. Afflicted recognize the degradation of their faculties until they are lost entirely within the realm of the dream. During this period, the appetite lessens and the afflicted are unresponsive to the world around them. Skin takes on a sickly hue and then a greenish one. The afflicted are largely lethargic. Then comes what is currently believed to be the final change. The skin blossoms with fungal growth. The afflicted regain their energy and lash out with uncanny strength at the world around them. No stage of progression is known beyond this point. Yeah, I'm pretty sure stuff like that makes for some fun, some of the more fun elements of...
These things shouldn't be caged. They should be laid to rest.
Some of the more fun elements of the voice acting profession, I should imagine. Final page of short diary written in shaky hand, other pages torn away. Lost the cave stone, vines reach canopy sky, cave gone, cannot will back the world, the stone, I know, greenery, the garden, kith, only blossoms, thoughts like pollen to be carried, grow and renew, soul dispersed spores to grow anew.
That bark that simply is itself. Red petals, red petals.
I cannot hold on. The soil is my body, and the roots are me.
There is only the... Oh, so alive. This is the garden. So it is...
Fragments of Sapavel's experience seems to be bleeding into their minds. That's interesting. Ooh. I mean, short of actually shooting them, I don't seem to be able to do much about it. Seems kind of to seem to want to stay in there. We'll let them do that. Did you bitches open the fucking door after I told you not to?
We made an oath. We can do nothing further.
So, people beyond the door there. Ooh.
Lead the way.
Who are you? What do you want from us?
Benwin, Maygild, and Tobin.
Gods take me. You're a real person, not a dream thrall.
You don't
That's a
say.
fallacy. Dream thralls are derived from real people, you idiot.
Ignore them. Are you the Envoy, by any chance? We've heard rumors of your coming.
Fancy's Artscan, representative of the Adyran Empire. Good rooms, I hope. Worked hard on developing an excellent reputation.
We heard that you speak with the voice of the Emperor, that you come in the name of the Empire.
So you must be acquainted with Captain Weengar, then. That's fortuitous. We're naturalists who created a small settlement here, after Adyr ordered us to study the crystal spiders of the living lands.
We should have fled. The local Adyrans warned us this venture was doomed, but we ignored them. Then, some of our people became afflicted.
We sequestered the infected away. But one of them turned in the night, causing a fire that swept through the area. We came to this cave, saving who and what we could with Captain Weengar's help. But he said we needed to kill our affected companions. The Steel Garrote is very clear about whether Dream Thralls can be permitted to live.
So, now we know Ween, whatever his name, Weenway, or whatever the fuck he is probably Steel Garrote affiliated. Interesting. You left the door closed and yourself on the other side of the containment. Yeah. So I was curious. I was either going to shoot them if they attacked me, or put them out of their misery, or see what happened. And nothing much did. So... I missed a couple of bits there. Nope, haven't got Weengar yet. Naturalists, Studying crystal spiders. And people became afflicted. It's fucking steel growth. You're not acting on. If you're acting on the Steel Growth's authority, you're not acting on the authority of Adyr. And with the captain, that seems totally reasonable. Why don't you do as he says? Away you harbouring dream thoughts?
Gods, I wish we never had.
We originally came here to study the spiders, but when our colleagues turned, we had no choice but to take on a new field of research.
We thought we could save them.
Quite an interesting beard. Treason. It's not fucking treason. Nobody said that there's no reversing it. You want to save them? Of course we do, if we can.
It was certainly the desired outcome. But given what we've seen of the plague, we may have to kill them instead.
How can you speak so clinically? My brother, your husband, is one of them.
I'm a pragmatist. We need your help, Envoy.
What's up?
Kill the Dream Thralls for us. That way Wingard will have no reason to turn us away.
Are you a fool? The Steel Garrote won't care. They'll kill us if they know we're alive.
Not if the Envoy euthanizes the Dream Thralls for us.
You're joking. Those are our friends, your husband, and my brother. No, just ask Wingard for provisions. We only need supplies. I know he has provided for us before, but we need more. We're too hungry.
There's a whole chunk of the explanation here that's missing.
Provisions. We can decide what to do next.
Gotta get killed. You'd be right with killing your husband. I'll ask Wingard for better provisions. Any other solutions? Yeah, there's something missing here in this conversation. Yeah, the jump from to Wingard will turn us away. He was like, I presume he's Steel Garrote and therefore won't have anything to do with them if they're not towing the Steel Garrote's line. So, yeah. Any other solutions you got in there?
I have one. There's no hope for us, after all. You could kill us. Let's be realistic. We're damned either way. Might as well end it cleanly.
What are you talking about, you lunatic?
Yeah, she is a bit nuts.
If the Envoy got Wingard to protect us, there's no guarantee his words will mean anything to the Steel Garrote.
Tell me where the Steel Garrote are. I'll go kill them.
Infected. Worse, they might decide we're trying to infect other Adyrans.
Then we'll just take the provisions and...
And what? They'll still run out. We're going to die. It's just a matter of whether it's by starvation or the Steel Garrote's hand.
Tell me where the nutters are and I will shoot them.
Envoy, put us out of our misery.
She doesn't speak for us. Kill her if you must, but the rest of us will leave this cave and never look back. Can't give up hope. You don't know what will happen if you got provisions. Yeah, don't give up hope, for sure. A bit sentimental, but your logic is sound. Thank you, Envoy.
I'll see about getting you provisions.
You will have our eternal gratitude if you succeed.
I know it. Doom is waiting.
Jesus, melodramatic much, honey? I see. So it might have gone a bit differently if I hadn't come in the side door.
I'm going to die here. I know it. Doom is waiting.
Doom, Doctor. Nice to meet you. Yeah, if there's any hope in hell that people are to be saved from it once they've got the Dreamscourge, then they'll need to be studied and information will need to be gathered so that we can help people out, you know? It teleported past me. Reach third born. Who's at home? Which remains Shadecliff, Skadecliff, small Adyran settlement in the ancient lake big burned down. Investigate remains, find out what happened. Adyran naturalists have returned to the settlement surface. Talk to Wimgar about gathering provisions. I'm guessing he's going to turn out to be in. In third bond somewhere. God knows. Ah, was he up there, was he? That's interesting. Didn't expect that. Guess we'll have to jog back and go and talk to him. This is a fast travel point up there, is there? No. Kind of getting the vibe that Wimgar might be Steel Garrote, but masquerading as a regular Adyran soldier. Try and pull the wool over probably my eyes. Although when he finds out what I did to his colleague, he probably wouldn't be so keen to pretend to be somebody else.
What can I do for you, Envoy?
Fess up to your true allegiances, Dick. I need to speak to you about the burned down settlement in Lakebird. Why do you think you can keep the truth about the burned settlement hidden from me? Burned down settlement. I don't think I'm gonna. You know what? Let's be a bit aggressive and direct. But
ah, you know then. I figured this would happen sooner or later with your reputation. I can't risk discussing this with you further. Please, just know that they and their caretakers must stay in that cave.
Tell me the whole story. Send more provisions. We need to tell me the whole story. We need to discuss this. See if we can get it.
Right. So, you know then. Kill us sick or die ourselves. The Inquisitor didn't say as much directly, but the import was clear enough. I'll only say I'm sorry you've been brought in on the secret. The fewer who know, the safer we all are.
So he's not. He's just trying to keep the secret so that Ludwig and co don't go nuts. Still got no friends of mine.
I appreciate knowing that. Thank you. Tell me, are the infected still alive after your visit? Or are they gone?
Alive, can bring myself to kill them. Search for a cure goes on. The steel grip won't dictate what I do. Yeah, both of these I'm fine with. Search for a cure goes on.
We can only hope. That means a lot to us. Thank you. Please don't let this trouble you any further. I'll take care of them from here.
Good, and give the poor souls and keep taking good care of our kith. That's all of these are okay. But give them some better rations.
Certainly. For all they've been through down in the dark, I'll make it happen. And I'll let you on your way. Godspeed, Envoy.
There were definitely gaps in the dialogue there that needed filling in, and blanks that, questions that wanted to be asked. Like, what the hell's going on? And I felt like that wasn't really. I didn't get the opportunity to dive in and get more answers, and context and things was definitely missing from that. Crikey. Use milk to make cheese, and then I can divide the cheese up into 6 chunks of cheese, wedges of cheese. Interesting. I'd like to get some upgrades. Let's see if I can get any upgrades. Actually can. I need 8 petrified wood branches. Yay, feels better. Little upgrade.
I regret.
Regret eating the cheese, huh? What did it do, I wonder? Something not good.
Eating the cheese you stole from Marius.
The only thing I regret is the noises my stomach made afterwards. You want to split the rest? I really shouldn't eat it all myself.
I thought you'd never ask.
Must have been some good cheese. Right, so yes, we're gonna push on from sort of in this general direction. Good seeking the cheese. Yeah, this was me yesterday morning. I definitely regretted eating the cheese. Well, there was a whole bunch of cheese involved, and then apparently not enough lactase. Right, what the fuck's this weird stuff? This pink rock. Muddled suicide note. Amara wrapped fine fingers around lever Hades' tree trunk throat. Hades made herself one with the earth after a barrow fell to biting steel. I will not play Time's Mockingbird. I will not let Star of my Sky fall on my account. Tell them I was a coward traitor who abandoned Wolfpack at Hunter's shot. Tell them I chased another woman as a fox chases fowl. Wild and thoughtless. Tell them any tale of sky and storm and earth, but do not tell them of my final desert rose to flee the coming dream drowning. Huh? So what? He was having an affair of some kind, and they both got the Dreamscourge, and he went off to blow his brains out? Or they commit suicide together or something? Ow. There we are.
That'll show him.
Hopefully. More and more interesting by the minute, this formation. Anybody got a torch? Thank you. Ah, it's a ghost!
We're going in, aren't we? What am I saying? Of course we are.
Yep, get your spelunking gear on.
I admit it's much nicer than I expected. A more than suitable home for a shrine.
If I had to guess, I'd say a shrine not actually to Superdale, but to Whale, apparently.
That was part of something once.
Shut it. Fishy Garrus. Gretzi to the Chiefs would be a solid Argonian name. You know, I don't think I've ever actually played as an Argonian. I don't usually go rogue or anything like that, so inclination's just not there. And if I did go rogue, I'd probably go Khajiit anyway, or something else. Breton, if I was going to go stealth archer. Not Breton, Breton? Forgotten which one I mean now. No, Wood Elf. Bosma, that's the one. Mental balance. I don't suppose I'm going to want that, but... %% frost fire. Oh, dishing out more fire, frost, and shock, I guess. Avoid damage altogether, 7% chance. You know what? I think I will go with that for now. She turns out I do kind of want that. This cave is quite interesting. Where's I go in Morrowind? And you can wear footwear or helms. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Did you see the 100 visions too? Were you also called by he who sees and isn't seen?
No one called me here. Don't know if I want any part of this. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I am speaking of Wal, the Obscured. God of illusions and revelations, futures and falsehoods. They often talk in riddles, and those of us who are faithful to them spend a lot of time interpreting them. Does your god ever toy with you? Mine taunts their chosen with nonsense.
So you're living up to their example. What is this place?
A shrine. One of a great many. Each god has several of their own. I had a dream a few weeks ago of Wal. Some say you can hear the gods whispering in these totems. I've tried. It hasn't worked. It's a wonder any of us are still sane, really. Between our gods and this plague.
Like a totem piece if you're not using it. You should find some place safe to go. It's dangerous here. You're not turning into a dream throwaway. I'd like that totem piece if you're not using it.
I'd be happy to give it to you. As long as you humor my request.
I'm listening. I'm afraid to ask what this is. I'm not stripping down and eating spiders. I'm afraid to ask.
I won't request anything as dire as what has been asked of you or will be asked. I forget what I was told.
What exactly are you talking about?
Tell me if you feel like you're in control still. That's all I want. Tell me if you possess autonomy and choice.
What does that mean? Why? I don't actually know. Sometimes, yes, feels like I do.
Truly. I suppose as long as your purpose is aligned, it'll all be fine. Normally I wouldn't mind passing time, trading
Nice coppery sheen.
nonsense, but I've things to do here. So, take this and go. You'll be fine. Just Try not to think too much of your place in
Have I
the
left
world.
by a different door to the way I came in?
I wager those artifacts you found fit together somehow. Let's have a closer look at camp.
I have found another way out without meaning to. Now, some you in.
Quiet as the depths.
Purge the blade!
Treacherous weed!
Quarry in the brush!
There we go. Was that a little bit more, a little bit more of a challenge than I was anticipating there. Made you walk like you're losing battle on the way to the toilet. Ooh, not good. Wear closed face helms and open face where I go. Yeah, as discussed in the past, I've never actually played Morrowind. Oblivion was my first one. Pitching him in, great. Oh yeah, it reminds me. PlayStation 5 version of Indiana Jones was announced today. It'll be out on the 27th of April. It was accurately rumoured, apparently. But the Wood Elf males were halfling size. Yeah, I think the change was probably a good one.
In the eyes!
Protect the envoy. Not bad, envoy.
In the eyes, yeah, that's about where you got shot, buddy. Bloodborne Oasis. Somebody starts singing Wonderwall, I won't be impressed. Okay, I effed it. Death by bullet to the butt.
Good shooting, Kai.
Somewhat ignoble, but, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Seems to be a fairly deep pond. I don't know if there's anything interesting down here, but a big old deep pond says jump in and have a look to me. Oh, just managed to breach the surface before I started drowning. There was not much in it. A couple of chests down the bottom though. Random ship's wheel and a few bits and pieces of a boat. Like a boat that size probably wouldn't have a wheel, but anyway. Going on the lake bed and finding the remains of a tiller would probably be much less interesting, so... I just heard somebody say something. It's a rather long way down. How's it going, Steve? All right. Ooh. Adyran, nice. Little monkey creature. A lemur thing. Really brightly coloured lemur. I thought I saw a cave mouth here, but this was just shadows. Don't see anything else going on here. For now. What was a pity? I could do something to shoot to get rid of that XP pop up.
Trespassers! Hook up! We see you!
You're mine now!
Burns the blight! The branch breaks.
Ooh. Bad day to be that one. How I managed to bypass the don't know how I managed to bypass the reload then, but I did somehow. Ooh, there's an arrow that says go this way. What do we think? Good idea, bad idea, trouble, not trouble? Actually the road to Thirdborn? know what? I'm going to go with actually the road to Thirdborn. Least of all because it does look like there might be a cliff in the way over here. Though this also looks like it's approachable from this side, so... I don't know what's going on. Anyway, some weirdo's supposed to be selling stuff down here somewhere. Araki's wares.
Your face. You must be a dream thrall.
Is that
Oh,
any way
thanks.
to start a conversation?
No. You're one of them.
You need drops coming nerves. Yes, I'll feast on your guts. I'm joking. Tempted to wind them up, but not here to hurt you. Kill the Dream Thralls attacking you, not Dream Thrall you can come out. Gotta make the joke.
You. That's not funny.
No, but if it calms you down, Annie.
You need to get to safety.
They're
We
dead.
took care of it already. The ones who attacked you are gone.
Thank you. Please, I think I need a moment alone. Then I'll take what's left of my things and go. If you see anything you'd like, it's yours.
Well, that's convenient, as I may have.
Shatterscarp was always rough. Wasn't. Whatever this is.
I'll stay here where it's safe.
Well, it says there's any goodies left that I haven't now finished. Well, there's a couple of bits. So it would seem. I'm curious as to what's down here. That does make it look like a trap. But hey. Maybe these are friendly arrows painted on the rock.
Right behind you.
They are not friendly arrows painted on the rock. It's this way to Zoripden.
I've done it better.
Be sure to block my icy stuff when I summon it.
On your right.
Enemy to the right.
Yes, angry beetle to the straight fucking in front of me.
You've got better aim than a sharpshooter, Giada.
What about me? I actually am shooting things. Not just waving around a magic stick. Well, as friendly as a free candy sign. Yeah, when it's painted on the side of a white van. I don't see what the problem is, really. Clearly a legit offer.
Ah, a fellow traveler. Nothing to peddle here. Sorry, got to be on my way.
In a hurry, what do you do? Where are you going? What's the merchant doing here?
Former merchant. Even I know my limits. Thirdborn has the Dreamscourge. Terrible. I'm leaving, and you should too. I tried to tell them my vapors would protect their minds from the change. They wouldn't listen.
Because you are lying. Can you cure the Dreamscourge with vapors, Giada?
Does your soul reside in your nose? No? Then you have your answer. This so-called merchant is a fraud.
Nonsense! My grandfather sailed the high seas for 30 years, and he saw ancient remedies that far surpass our modern ones.
I'm sure that's
Thirdborn's
bullshit.
past saving. Now, if you don't mind, I should really be going.
Hold on, you're running from something, aren't you? Why is this road dangerous? Well, goodbye then. I know you're running, aren't you?
The better question is why you're not running from a soul plague. And I'm far too pressed for time to ask
Welcome
it.
back.
Fair winds, traveler. Ingrates.
You what?
Yours tonics and poultices for sale. It'll probably cure what ails you.
Dude needs to change his name to Nigel West Dickens. Got a bit of flickering going on there. Ooh. Look forward to exploring that godless ruin, or Nikita ruin. That one. Up that way, it says. Just give me a minute.
You take lead. That's what'll happen to everyone in Thirdborn if we don't stop this. I mean, I'll spook you.
We've got company!
Worth and wrong! All 10!
Pin that guy in midair. That was good. It was a fairly dramatic display of magical power, I think. Anyway, pretty sure I heard something cool. Fucking creepy, wasn't it? May have upset the Zerp's god. Leather and a potato. Oof, that looks very cool.
Subtle as a mouse.
Quite sure how I got up here, but okay. Alright, isn't it? I'm very curious where these arrows are going to lead me. Nice. Sounds like Assassin's Creed is going over well there. Good to hear. Would you look at that? I can change direction in midair. Bad guys do seem to be increasing in number. Fortunately, not in not in threat level. That was not what I had in mind at all. That was what I wanted. Wasteland curry I took with shady supplier. Interesting.
Look, unless you know where the whetstone for my scalpel is, can you go away? This is a pristine specimen, and I've been looking forward to this all day.
Rhyme, nice. Blizzard, bristly frost blaster, frost freezing pillar. Quite happy to have that. Couple of brigandine.
I'm not one to share, no matter how nicely you ask.
Ah, a customer. Please make yourself comfortable. When you're ready, we can get down to business.
Another common breastplate. Cool. Let's chat to Aiko. Let's chat.
Greetings and salutations, traveler. Welcome to our shop. Still a work in progress, of course.
Catch you later, Cal.
But once you stop being blurry, we can get to business.
This sounds pretty awesome. Something wrong with your vision? You look under the weather. You look a little under the weather.
Oh, I'm fine. It was just a little giant spider. It barely came up to my chest. It probably wasn't even venomous. The bite's not even that itchy.
When I spires below a bit, you do realise that venom needs only a nominal amount to kill you, right?
I'm not quite sure what you're talking about, but Kauka can take a look at me once our business is concluded.
Unfortunately, I'm much better with things that aren't so alive. We can talk after you die, though.
I'm sure I'll be fine. Really, it sounds like you worry too much.
100 arrows pointing here. You're not exactly hidden.
Oh, good. You found them. Silent Shizu worked really hard on them. Good job, Shizu.
Thank you. I'm still finding paint in my things, though.
Wow, that actually makes you our first real customer.
Oh, nice.
Thanks for your business. You know what? It doesn't matter. As long as I get paid. Preferably more than Daiko. Here's the package you wanted. That'll... Whoa. Couldn't feel my head for a moment. Oh, that'll cost you, of course.
Wait, what am I paying for? You sure you're okay? Don't have the money to pay you. Pay. You sure you're okay?
I'm fine. Just a little woozy. It'll pass.
What am I paying? You know what? I'm going to pay him. And we'll see where it goes. I've got a hunch it's probably going to be worth it.
Wow, that was easy. Wait, could I have charged more? Damn it. Oh, and be careful. It's supposed to be an especially potent batch. Tell your friends, the friends not right here with you, I mean. And not the Tiranui either.
Sensibly peacekeeping force founded shortly after Thurbon was to break up tavern brawls. Responsibility has since expanded to keeping the town surrounding area safe.
Actually, before you go, am I the only one who just lost their vision? Oh, I don't feel so good.
I know, Dad. I told him that spider bite wasn't supposed to be the size of a melon. Didn't I, Shizu?
Yes, Kauka, you did several times.
Well, I came up 500 up, so...
Times? Now Well, shit.
What do we do now?
Well, maybe if we're quick, the animancers in Fewer can fix them right up. Put them to work on a nice farm somewhere.
I didn't know Aiko was interested in farming.
All right. Aiko was the one with the sense of humor.
Dear. Oh, I'm curious as to where the heck that's going to pan out. You know, end up going.
You know, the responsible thing would be to try a sample. To make sure it's safe, of course.
Why don't we give it a try? We don't know what the side effects are. Let's not.
A breeze. The mind proceeds with unclouded eyes and sees the truth.
You've already got a god in your head. No drugs are going to top that anyway.
We'll skip that. Dodgy, droppy, stabby, stabby. Yeah, I think that seems like the way to go. An Assassin's Creed game, generally speaking. Right, how are we doing? Oh, that time already. Okay, so there's Echo's campsite. Full Highlands, the Leviathan's Hollow. We'll be pushing off that way eventually, but we're going to bounce back here first. And loop our way back around to the gates of Thirdborn at least. Concept art's cool. Woo! Me. Although, if there is a campsite right outside the gates, we might as well stop there. And we should be good after that.
Those dream thralls are at Thirdborn's gate.
The city is under attack. Let's not waste the moment. Let's finish.
And Roth! And Roth! And Roth!
Dream with us.
Avowed.
Nicely done.
And Roth! And Roth!
Oh, hell breaking legs, I guess.
And
There you are.
Sealmet Mito.
Fucking thralls. Party in the brush! Invaders in the garden!
Stay down.
But they did?
You're just going to pretend like nothing happened?
Yeah.
Hold it right there, Adyran. What are your intentions in town? Been sick? Strange dreams lately?
Relax, Daran. The only strange dreams we've had involve your mother.
Shit. Kai? What are you doing here? Temerty's gonna have a fit.
Unique name means second son in return.
You know Xion? Impressive. You know, Kai, for an Adyran, your friend doesn't seem too bad.
Kai shouldn't be here. None of you should be here. Huh. You're with the Adyrans now?
I'm with the Envoy, and we're against the Dreamscourge.
Did just save your life, don't want to quarrel, looking for Yahtzee. These people welcoming. You think Adyran is a source of pride? Not lately, it's not. Or historically, generally just no. No, not the biggest fan. We did just save your life.
And you should respect our authority to protect Thirdborn from unknown dangers like you.
Come on, Daran. They slew those dream thralls for us. I doubt he could have done that if he was sick. I, for one, thank you. We couldn't take him on our own.
At least you're not crazy.
Are you smoking Svef? The Adyrans tried raising Fior. We'll be next.
Not the Adyrans, the Steel Garrote. Yes, Fifth. What they did was despicable, but I know the next move. I'm torn, actually. Yeah, I don't see that as being necessarily a great... you know what? Yeah, let's give that a go. Overthinking it has not really worked out well for me so far.
We're trying to remain 2 steps ahead of them. You can help us by getting out of our way.
Daran, can you get on with it?
Fine. All right. I can't keep you out if you're not sick anyway. We just have to take precautions. Everyone in Thirdborn has lost someone. Pass on through, but report any symptoms you see to the Tiranui. They're responsible for keeping law and order around here.
Law and order. This place has gone downhill.
Yeah.
Better get to clearing out these corpses. We'll need help. We need to haul off between the two of us.
Well, I'll help make them a little bit lighter for you, and then maybe you can carry them okay.
Wouldn't want to end up like that.
No, I would not. There were quite a lot of bad guys there. Outside the dead soldiers up here make a lot of sense. I don't see the Dreamscourge climbing up here to get them. I mean, I assume the implication is that they did, but it doesn't seem very like them to do that. Ooh, that looks cool. Something up top there. Something over here as well. A turnip. How exciting. Oof, that was cool. Right. Gianto wants to chat. It's not terribly surprising. Cool.
Kai, can I borrow your pistol? Careful with that.
That looks right.
Let me think.
Eyes of the obscured.
Kai, can I borrow your pistol?
I don't usually lend it out. Why?
I was hoping to make a few simple modifications.
What kinds of modifications?
Well, I was going to start by removing the trigger.
What?
Then snapping off the hammer.
Are you serious?
And finally, stuffing the barrel with tree sap.
Why would you do this?
Because I caught you reading my diary, that's why.
Giada, I promise on my life and on every life my soul has ever lived, I will never touch your diary again. And I'm very, very sorry.
Wonderful. In that case, you can hold on to your little toy.
Which one?
That was hard to watch. You okay?
I will be.
Okay.
The Dreamscourge is getting worse.
Catch you later, Ryan. Have a good one.
First our land, then our
Thank
animals.
you for dropping in.
Now our people. If we don't put a stop to it, we're looking at the end of the living lands.
We'll stop it somehow. Even if we heal the living lands, we'll still need to wrest it away from the Steel Garrote. For all we know, it's too late. Steel Garrote.
How can anyone expect us to do both?
We don't, but we'll do it anyway.
Wasn't enough of a problem. The Adyrans are profiting off our misfortune. They haven't come to help us.
Steel
They're here
Garrote,
to
haven't.
exploit our weakness.
My people are in dire need of correction. It's true of the Steel Garrote, but not all of Adyr. No, it's kind of true of all of Adyr, really. At least now it's common knowledge. My people are in dire need of correction.
Let's hope it never comes to that. But when it does, I'll be at your side.
Let's hope this doesn't happen,
too
but it's
bad.
going to happen.
We're fighting for our lives, our souls, and our freedom. I don't know if we can win all three.
We can. Won't be easy. We'll make it. We can't. Odds are stacked against us. You doing alright? We can. Won't be easy.
You really think so?
Yep.
My apologies for acting cynical, but it feels as if nature, politics, and even the very gods are working against us. I don't appreciate being backed into a corner, but here I am.
Alright, we'll do what we keep doing all the time anyway. Go out, shoot bad guys until they fall over. And stop getting back up again.
You too. Kai, you've killed people before.
Good evening to you too. And, yeah.
Have you ever been haunted by one of them?
Well, the first has always stayed with me. This was in Deadfire. We were boarded by valiant privateers in the dead of night. One moment, I'm asleep, and the next, I'm staring down the barrel of a pistol. It misfired, and I ran him through before he could try again. But I'll never forget the look in his eyes as the light faded out of them. Is that what you wanted to know?
Oh dear, not exactly. When I said haunted, I meant, have you ever seen a ghost before?
Once, at sea, I heard moaning coming from the ship's lazarette. Never went down there again.
Noted, thank you. Do you need to talk about, you know, the dead privateer? Because I have time.
I think I just need a drink.
It amuses me that, you know, it's put weapons on your back, on your hips, whatever, but so many games, they just place it next to you, and then you get the right angle. Then you see that. So many games that happens in. It's, you'd think they'd have learned to avoid it by now. Okay, that's about do it for one evening, I think.
And that is why... Adra and Copper are the only reliable conductors of soul essence. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, listening. That's the thing that we did. You can see if I can grab a quick picture of Thirdborn while we're here. A decent picture, I should say. I don't know. I had it all night and the bodies are still there. Not looking promising, is it, right now? Can't believe we got away with that. No, so I'm not getting up there. We get up here. Come on, climb, you little bugger. Oh. Somehow I think I'm going to settle on that picture's not good enough, but we'll see what happens. Cool. So, for one shiny evening, it is about that time. Oh, it was fun. Made a good bit of progress chipping our way through Shatterscarp. Quite a long walk from the entrance to the area down to Thirdborn, though. It's quite a long way in. Which, each subsequent location of settlement seems to be a bit further from your arrival point. Like Dawnshore, Paradise was right by the docks. We arrived in Emerald Stair. It was partway across the zone, but still on the same side we were on. This time it's like even further. Shadows, that's a good photo mode, is it? Approved. Yeah, if you're gonna make your game look cool, then put some effort into stick a photo mode in so people can take pictures. Also, yay for thumbnails. I don't know if there's a thumbnail in Atomfall, photo mode in Atomfall, though. Guess we'll find out, won't we? Yeah, and I had forgotten this, but there's a whole bunch of other stuff coming out soon, particularly South of Midnight that I'd like to check out. Needs updating, doesn't it? Because I believe South of Midnight is early April. South of Midnight release date. Yeah, 8th of April. I'll update my spreadsheet. Where's the... There it is. No. And now we change it to that colour. Cool. What else have we got coming up? Yeah. Just that, really. Yeah, 8th of April is South of Midnight. And, yeah. It's another one that looks interesting. Check it out. Did I hear the rumour that Starfield's going to PlayStation? Yeah, I did actually. I knew there was something I meant to cover last week that got lost in the list of everything else. Yes, there's apparently, I don't know if it's actually still there. Let's have a look. The PlayStation logo appeared on Starfield in the mods section. Starfield, let's have a look. Starfield mods. It's disappeared now. It just says PC and Xbox. But, yeah. I did hear about it. Mind you, not surprised. I was always expecting it to. It's been fairly clear for a while that it will get there eventually. Not least of all because Bethesda have at least had at least half of the PlayStation version of the game done before they were bought out by Microsoft, so Xbox. So, yeah, all that work's still there. They won't have had to do the whole job porting it across. Actually, I don't have a clue how much input that prior work will have had, but yeah, either way. I'm not terribly surprised to hear it, but yeah, it's cool. So we've just today had the announcement of the launch date on PlayStation 5 for Indiana Jones, so that's cool. Could be bug or glitch. Yeah, I think it's something that's been done early accidentally. Won't be surprised if we hear about it soon. So wait to hear whether or not, or see whether or not we hear anything about this rumoured Obsidian. Oblivion. Well, excuse me. It's rumoured Oblivion remake. Yeah, that would. I'd like to know about that sooner rather than later, and then I can plan around it. Mind you, some of the rumour includes a potential shadow drop. So that they'll announce and say, oh, by the way, you can have it now. It's done. It's out. In which case, that would really throw a big spanner in the works as regards my streaming schedule, but hopefully they won't do that. I'm guessing. I know everybody's like, the rumours are all like, oh, it's going to happen soon, it's going to happen soon. I still think the summer's more likely. They've got, Atom Falls next week, and Avowed's just come out, and South of Midnight is in early April, and then Doom the Dark Ages is launching in May. I feel like June is a more likely time for announcements and launches on that, just because that way it's not sitting on top of everything else that they're releasing, and it goes in a gap then. So yeah, I do feel like it's more likely to be a summer release, irrespective of what the rumours say, but assuming such a thing is going to occur at all. But yeah, we'll find out. Should be cool. Anyway, if it does happen, it'll be something extra to add to the to-do list. Yeah, shadow drops are cool. The concern I have with it, when it comes, is more on the lack of marketing. Does that impact sales and revenue and stuff? Because that then has a knock-on effect on the people who make the games, you know? If they shadow drop it and then it doesn't sell well, or as well as it might, people could lose their jobs, and potential franchises and future games and things might get cancelled, and it may be something that could have been avoided by properly marketing the game. Much cheaper from a marketing standpoint, saves a lot of money in that regard, so that offsets some of it, but still, you definitely don't want to say, oh, we shadow drop something, and then, by the way, well, see what happened to, like, what was it, Tango? They shadow dropped Hyper Rush, got lots of positive response, lots of feedback. Game did okay, apparently, and then they shuttered the studio straight afterwards. It was ominous, to say the least. Either way, if the rumours are true and it's being made by a third-party studio and using Unreal, then Microsoft won't be able to shut the studio because they don't own it. So, yeah, we'll see what happens, I guess. It would be very, very cool to hear that gets released. But yeah, like I say, I think summer's more likely, whether shadow drop or not, just because it's not going to be dropping right on top of a bunch of other games that Microsoft are putting out. So that's what I'd do. I'd wait. Even if I announced it early, I'd say, look, it's coming in June. I mean, you've got a month to do Doom the Dark Ages, and then Oblivion could come out afterwards. That would just make more sense to me. But who knows? Doesn't mean they'll do that. Definitely keep an eye out. But in terms of planning, it's inconvenient to me, but it's not that big a deal. I'll make it work. If I have to play extra games, then I have to play extra games. Or if I have to delay it. We'll see. In all likelihood, I'd probably do like Avowed one on... If it came out at the same time as everything else, I'd do like Avowed Monday, Fallout Tuesday... then Atomfall on like Wednesday, and Thursday, Friday in Oblivion. I keep calling it Oblivion. Something like that, you know. And maybe even bump it up by an extra day. Do Monday, Tuesday in Avowed or something. In fact, that's probably what I do. I do like Monday, Tuesday in Avowed. Then Wednesday in Fallout, and Thursday in Atomfall. Or maybe push something back a little bit further until such point as I can, drop it down a bit, because Atomfall's probably not going to be the kind of game that you want to have too much time off, I think. Otherwise, you're going to have a hard time remembering what's what, given the lead system in the game, I suspect. Looking forward to seeing the new improved melee goal. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm shocked that this one-hander is absolutely beasting over what the Zweihander was doing. Yeah, the Zweihander was not as effective, and it's ugly and annoying and slow, whereas this thing is fast and brutal. So the plasma cutter, yeah, Should be good. There's a couple of changes I would like to make going on, but I haven't got enough perk coins, so yeah, it'll have to wait. What are the perks on it? I've forgotten. It's anti-armor, faster swing speed, and agility, I think. I put a picture of it up on socials. It was rather a good drop. Because yeah, I had enough legendary modules for one roll, and that's what I came up with. Just that first roll, I was like, that's unbelievably good luck. So yeah, it's pretty epic. Yeah, that's my plan for tomorrow. Anyway, video on my build, or as it currently is. Probably won't look at too much at my... Probably won't look too much at my auto-axe build, because I might tweak it a bit more and stuff, but yeah, it's a little less set in stone, that one. Even then, my main ones are in need of a change too. We'll see. I don't want the video to be too long, really, and there's a decent amount to go through. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I've got a location in mind for a camp build as well, and I've got a couple more camps saved up for best build as well. So, if nothing else, we should hopefully have 3 videos this week. That'd be nice. I don't really have any other major things lined up, I don't think, so probably Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, hopefully. See how it goes. Anti-armor, swing speed and strength. Yeah, I don't have strength on it, but I get a bit more action points for running around, and I don't need him. I don't even have the gladiator perks on either. Extra 20, sets of 20% damage just don't make enough of a difference. Or don't feel like they do. And even without it, it's crazy brutally effective. Especially as a feral ghoul with all the extra damage output of that. It's quite bonkers. Catch you later now. Have a good night. But yeah, we'll have a look at that tomorrow anyway. Speaking of, do we play Fallout tomorrow? I mean, it is update day tomorrow, so we might as well, or, changeover day tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, feral does factor in a ton. It's 150% extra damage, so it's crazy. And yeah, it's a one-shot feral, one swing, one kill, one hit wonder, something like that. With the whole feral thing, yeah. Base damage is applied to base damage, not cumulative, so Jiminy didn't take the 1 star. Yeah, that's fair enough. Even then, it's just not enough to make a big difference, really. Like I say, you'll see... Well, you won't see the numbers, because I didn't have damage numbers on when I got the footage, and I don't normally anyway, but you get to see how effective it is in the video. I've got plenty of footage of me just whacking super meters with it, and it's utterly ridiculous. And I've got some of ghouls as well, I think, so yeah, should give you plenty to take a look at. Yeah. Beyond that, yeah, probably a best build video middle of the week, and then a camp build on Saturday, I'm thinking, because like I say, I've decided where I'm going to put my new camp. It's going to be in one of the new areas. There's a few people building up there, apparently, according to Reddit, but yeah, there's a couple of cool spots up there. It's not as many as I was hoping, because the ground is really not flat up there. It's also this weird kind of section up the map that's it's kind of the expansion is just this weird kind of section that extends out, and then there's 2 sets of mountains more or less, and it basically runs up between them, and that's about it, and then widens a bit at the end. The whole thing's an odd addition, but it turns out I just happened to thread the needle with the path that I ran up towards the cave when we did it on stream. I think it's a much more reasonable 2 hits for you. Yeah, it's like 2, maybe even 3 hits if I'm not doing power attacks. Depends where I hit them. If I hit them in the head, it's no more than 2. But if a power attack, boom, done. Because I've got perks that massively boost the power attack damage as well, so it's just freaking insane. Anyway, you'll see tomorrow. Yeah. So streaming wise, I think we'll do Fallout tomorrow night because changeover day and update day and what have you. You know, new week of challenges and stuff. And then probably back to Avowed on Wednesday. And then Atomfall launches on Thursday, so that leaves us Thursday, Friday to do Atomfall, which should be good. I think that should work quite nicely. I should actually take a look and see whether or not I can preload Atomfall yet, as I haven't checked that. Game Pass. Recently added. Coming soon. There we go. There's a Atomfall. Yes, I can pre-install it. Cool. I'll do that in a bit then. That's cool. It's listed as 2 days and 14 hours it'll be available then. That's presumably if you go and buy one of the fancy editions. Which one can do. Actually, no, saying that. It says 2 days. Oh, no, wait, no, it does track 2.5 days. So never mind. Ignore me. It is right on Thursday. Anyway, yeah. I need some sleep apparently tonight. Well, I actually got some sleep, but a certain fluffy individual who was within my sight line down there decided to start waking us up even earlier, probably because it's getting light a bit earlier than it used to be. And, yeah, I sometimes get a bit of extra sleep in the afternoon, but that option didn't really roll around today. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you for hanging out. Hope you had fun tonight. I enjoyed that little run through Shatterscarp. Looking forward to checking out Thirdborn and stuff on Wednesday, and diving into Fallout, and diving into Atomfall later in the week. Should be cool. Yeah. Lots of stuff coming up, so like, subs, notification bell, social media, all that stuff. Channel memberships if you want to check that out. Very much appreciated. Yeah. We'll crack on around about 8 o'clock tomorrow. It's a Fallout. Should be good. You get to... Well, I'll have that video up beforehand, but you get to see it in action again tomorrow as well, because it's freaking ridiculous, this build. Almost too good. Although I kind of have this mixed feeling like I'm going to get bored of it, but also if I change to something else, it may not be good enough. But then again, the ghoul might be able to push that damage to a kind of level where it won't matter anyway. So, we'll see. But yeah, it should be good fun. So, until then, have yourselves a good evening. Look after yourself, stay safe. I'll catch you all around about 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Should be good. So, until then, see you next time. Good night, folks.